What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Abel here with STL Tones. We made it, 2026. Today we're going to be taking a look at your first update of the year to the Amp Hub plugin. You guys are getting a brand new amplifier. We're going to be looking at the 5153 Phantom, the Eddy 5153 Phantom. This is based on a pretty famous EVH amplifier, 3-channel EVH amplifier that looks exactly the same. For sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's an amazing, amazing amp. I love the way this amp looks. It has a sick, like menacing, just stealth aesthetic. It looks so good. The signal chain for this is going to be also kind of matching that aesthetic. We're going to be using the Minus Dubel Elite, loaded with Seymour Duncan pickups, going into Universal Audio Aero interface. We're going into Cubase, and of course, we're going to be running Amp Hub. Quickly to note, there is no post-processing on this tone whatsoever. Everything you guys hear is being recorded raw and batched out, so I'm only using what's available to me in the plugin. Just keep that in mind. Now, I know it looks like you guys have a billion knobs on this thing, but it's just 3 channels. Each one has an independent gain and a volume, and so each one of these channels is pretty straightforward. You have your select here to switch it off into any channel that you want, which is, all 3. And then on the right-hand side, you have your power sections. So you have 1, 2, 3 presence, 1, 2, 3 resonance. Very straightforward, very easy to use. I know it looks like a lot, but if you actually really break it down, it's very, very simple per channel. So let's start off with the clean channel. This clean channel surprises me with how good it sounds. It's very, very usable. It sounds like really pretty and not something you would really expect with such a high gain amplifier, but let's check this thing out. I do have some effects back here. I have the space verb. It's one of my favorite pedals to use. You get a very quick, beautiful ambient tone that's got some delay in it. It's got some reverb in it, and it's all just kind of packed into one thing. I do creak out a little bit of shimmer. That's about it. But when I have this pedal, I don't really have to go in dialing into like a delay and a reverb separately and having to mess with all that. So really, really convenient pedal to have. We can throw in like a quick basic compressor up here. Not going to touch the knobs at all. Just however it's set up is how it's set up, and this is what that sounds like. Super dynamic amp too. That sounds good, and like I said, you can feel that dynamic nature to it. If I kind of dig in a little bit, you get a little more dirt out of it, pushes a little bit more air. Obviously, we're in a plugin, but it just feels like it pushes more air, and it kind of grimes up a little bit, and I think it sounds really, really good. You can make it into a very beautiful chimey kind of a tone, splitting a coil. You can, just get that beautiful sparkle out of it. It sounds really, really good. I have a feeling that's not why you guys are here. Might be, I don't know. But let's head over to these other channels. Let's get into this next channel, the blue channel. And now we're talking about gain. So let's turn off this compressor. Let's turn off the verb. And let's go to noon on all the knobs. Obviously, I've been messing around with this thing, but let's just go to noon on all the knobs. This is typically your sign that you're playing through a really good amplifier. Obviously, you can start, manipulating the EQ panel till you're blue in the face, but when all the knobs are up at noon and the amp still sounds really, really good, that's how you know you got something going on. So let's check this thing out. Again, haven't touched the EQ knobs at all, and we gained up pretty far up and the tone didn't fall apart, which is also a really good sign. Normally when you really blast the gain up, it saturates up, gets mushy, gets nasty, and there's no more clarity there. And that's one of the main kind of points of this amplifier is just how clear it stays no matter what you're doing, which I get clean and clear, like weird words to use when you're talking about distortion, but there is a clarity to be had with really good distortion, and this amp definitely has it. There's a reason why this amp is used by so many different modern guitar players now, so many modern bands, is because it's held up over time. It just sounds so good. I mean, we've seen it in metalcore, and we've seen it all the way up to recent to like gent type stuff. It just sounds really, really good. All right, so I guess let's mess with the EQ panel a little bit. Let's bring up the low, let's back off the gain, and I think you guys know what I'm getting ready for. Where is it? The green. There we go. This is how I run mine. It's not how you have to run it, but it's how I like to run it. Let's hear it. Now, I'm using the pedal in front of this. I honestly don't think it needs it. I just like to use it sometimes. It tightens up that bottom end and really crisps up the tone, but I think that the amp sounds so good without it. You don't have to have it on there. Just for science, I wanted to show you guys what it sounded like, but this is what it sounds like with the pedal. Yeah, don't need the pedal. Let's move over to the big daddy of them, the red channel, which is essentially like this channel with a bunch more gain. Now, if you guys are gonna blast leads and stuff like that and just kind of dial in a really saturated heavy metal tone, this is where you would do it. You could still do that in the second channel, but it's gonna be a little bit, in my opinion, sounds a little bit better doing it in this one. So let's noon all the way up. All right, out of the box tone, let's hear it. That sounds so insane with everything up at noon. It sounds so good. We don't need the pedal. Again, I'm harping on that because I usually always need one. But so I haven't messed with the power section yet, but it's very usable, very sensitive. So let's check that out. So as you can see, there's a lot going on there. You can definitely dial in a little bit more life into the tone if that's what you're looking for. And the resonance, let's hear what this does. So obviously, if you're looking for that insane low, you can find that through the power section. Not all amps really give that much in the power section, but I like it when you can really refine a tone, even though I personally don't use it very often, but it's nice to know that you can. All right, so for lead stuff, which this channel is really, really good for, let's just blast the gain and see if we can cut some low. Pump up a little mid. Turn this guy back on. Make sure we don't have any shimmer in there. Quickly to note, I realize I'm doing this at like the end of the video, but I get a lot of questions about my cabinet section, which is arguably one of the most important parts of your tone. It takes up a lot of space in terms of what your tone sounds like. So this is what, if you guys are watching me run an amplifier and it's not specifically pointing to a certain cab, this is 9 times out of 10 what I'm going to be running. And it's going to be the 4x12 Eagle with the 57 on the left and the 122 on the right. My split is right here, 70-30. I just personally think this sounds really good. This sort of setup right here, you can really dial things in easily, like I really like it this way because I could just easily dial in, that top end sizzle and then that kind of low mid to low end growl easily right here. So this is typically what I'm always running. A lot of times when people, let's say, download the plugin and then they A and B their tone compared to mine, what I'm getting out of this video, and it doesn't sound the same, a lot of times it's because of this. So if you want to just check this out, it's a really good, in my opinion, a very good foundational point to start from with the cabinet section. It sounds really good across like most amplifiers that I play through, especially for metal. It doesn't mean it's going to translate to, blues tones and clean tones and jazz tones and things like that. But for metal, this is just a setup that I really enjoy. So feel free to use it as it sits if you guys like. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for me. This is absolutely sick. For it to be the first drop of the year with the amp hub, I mean, we're obviously already going in the right direction. Looks absolutely amazing, and there's tons of gain. Beautiful, clean channel. Very, very usable. So as always, if you guys are watching this, that means it's now live and available for download over at stltones.com. So head over there, update the plugin, and check this thing out. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like, that subscribe button so you see all the new videos and products that STL Tones is rolling out. My name is Abel Hernandez. Happy New Year, everybody, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.